Today we'll be going through IGCSE Cambridge Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058042 May-June 2020. Question number 1. Divide $24 in ratio of 7 and 5. So we will be checking the sum of ratios. 7 plus 5 will be equal to 12. So 24 will be divided by 12, which is equal to 2. So this will be 7 into 2 ratio 5 into 2. So this will be 14 ratio 10. So it will be $14 and $10. This will be our answer. B part, write 24.60 as fraction of this one. So 24.60 over 28, 2870, and give your answer in its lowest term. So lowest term, we can use calculator for lowest term, and this will be 24.60 and divided by 2870, and this will be resulting to 3 over 350. So 3 over 350 will be the final answer for this question. Write this dollars as a percentage of this one. So we can write 1.92 as a percentage of this. So 1.60 into 100, and this will be calculated as 1.92 over 1.60 into 100. This will be equal to $120. So answer will be $120. In a sale, the original prices are reduced by 15%. Calculate the sale price of a book that has an original price of 12. So 12 into, we can calculate directly by 85%. So 100 minus 15 will be 85. So 85% we will calculate. So 12 multiplied by 85%, and this will be equal to 10.2. So $10.2 will be our final answer to this part. Then calculate the original price of a book that has this one. Basically calculate the original price of a jacket that has a sale price of this one. So original price we don't know, and discount is 85% after discount, and the price is 38.25. so x will be equal to 38.25 into 100 and divided by 85, and this will be equal to 38.25 and multiply by 100 and divided by 85, and this will be equal to 45. So $45 will be our final answer for this question. Part C, I, Dean, invest $500 for 10 years at this rate per year simple interest. Calculate the total interest earned during the 10 years. So PRT over 100. Basically this will be the formula. So P will be 500, R will be 1.7, and duration will be 10 years divided by 100. So this will be equal to, we'll check this is how much. So this will be 500 into 1.7 into 10 and divided by 100 will be equal to 85. So 85 will be the interest, so which is equal to I. So $85. Ole invests $200 at the rate of this one per day compound interest. Calculate the value of Ole's investment at the end of 1 year. We have to, and we know compound interest formula is basically A is equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 and raised to the power nt, like for example how many times we are getting. N is the number of times you are getting and t is the number of years. So P will be principal amount, which is 200 investment into 1 plus rate is 0.0035 over 100, and N will be 365 and year is 1, so multiply by 1 it will remain same. Now we will calculate this. So this will be 200 into 1 plus fraction, which is 0.0035 and divided by 100, and this will be raised to the power 365, and this will be equal to 202.57, 202.57. So this will be equal to 203. So we can write approximately equal to 203. So this will be the answer. Then third part, Adina invest $500 at the rate of R per year compound interest. At the end of 6 years, the value of Adina's investment is this much. Find the value of R. So R we'll be applying the same formula. So A is provided. A will be equal to P into 1 plus R over 100, because this is compound interest. So compound interest formula will be applying. So this is the amount 559.78, and this will be equal to principal amount, which is 500 into 1 plus rate we have to calculate into 100 or divide by 100, and for 6 years, so raised to power 6. Now 500 we will shift to this side, so 559.78 divided by 500. I'll move the page. So this one, so this will be equal to 1 plus R over 100, and raised to the power 6 I will shift to other side, so it will be this one, and 1 we can shift to this side, so it will be this 559.78 divided by 500 and minus 1, and 100 also we can shift, so multiply by 100, this will be equal to R. Now we can calculate this, and this will be shift this button. Basically we require this one, so this will be 6 here, and this will be fraction 559.78 over 500, and next will be minus will be out of this one, so minus here and 1 and bracket close and multiply by 100, and this one we can calculate will be equal to 1.90. So R value is equal to 1.90, so 1.9 will be our final answer. Now question number 2 is basically P is provided, Q is provided, and we have to column vector, so we'll have to add them. 2P, Q we have to find. So 2P will be 2 into 4 and 5, and plus Q will be minus 2 and 7, and finally we can write this one as 8 and 10, and this will be minus 2 and plus 7, and this will be equal to 6 and 17, and this will be our answer, which we'll copy over here. Then P mod, P is this one, so P mod will be equal to 4 square plus 5 square. This will be equal to P mod, and we can find this under root of 4 squared plus 5 squared, and this will be equal to 41 root, and decimal value will be 6.4. So this is equal to 6.4 will be our answer. A is the 0.41 and AB is equal to minus 3 and 1. Find the coordinates of B. So coordinates of B we have to find. This is 1 mark question, so what we can do, we can write it as column vector 4 and 1, and AB will be equal to basically, okay, I'll give you the explanation so that you can understand this. So what we can do, we can write A as column vector 4 and 1, and B we can take it as xy, and AB will be equal to what? AB will be equal to x minus 4, so we can write x minus 4 and y minus 1, and we know AB is equal to with minus 3 and 1, so this implies x minus 4 is equal to minus 3, which implies x is equal to 1, and y minus 1 is equal to 1, which implies y is equal to 2. So we can write x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2. The line y is equal to 3x minus 2 crosses the y-axis at G. Write down the coordinates of G. So y-axis crosses y-axis. So x will be 0. So x will be 0 mean y, x is equal to 0. So y will be equal to 0 minus 2. So y will be equal to minus 2. So the point will be 0 and minus 2. So 0 and minus 2 will be our point. Now D part is over here, and in the diagram O is the origin, OT is equal to 2TD. So 2TD. So this is basically 2 times, and this is 1. So you can say this is 2 by 3, this is 1 by 3. So, and M is the midpoint of TC. So this is 1:1 ratio basically, and OC is equal to C, this side is C, and OD is equal to D. So this is 2 by 3D and 1 by 3D, and total is basically D. Now this is the detail of the diagram provided. Find the position vector of M. To find the position vector of M, we can join M with the origin. So if we join M with the origin, this will be the position vector of M, and we know this is OC this direction and OD is this direction. So directions are also important for this one. So find the position vector of M. So we need this. We can take this route or we can take this route. So first we'll find TC. So we can find TC. We can write TC will be equal to TO plus OC. So this will be TO will be equal to what? So we can write vectors. So this will be minus 2 by 3D and plus C. So this will be basically minus 2 by 3 C. This will be basically TC. Now we need the position vector of M. So position vector of M will be OM. So TC we have calculated, but this is half of TC. TM will be equal to, so TM will be equal to 1 by 2 of minus 2 by 3D plus C. So which is basically minus 1 by 3D and plus C by 2 or 1 by 2C. And now we can write OM. So OM will be equal to, position vector OM will be equal to OT plus TM. And TM we have calculated this one. So OT is equal to 2 by 3D, and this will be basically minus plus this one plus this whole, I'll put in brackets, 1 by 3D plus 1 by 2C. Now we can simplify this. This will be 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3, so 2 over 3 and minus 1 over 3, and this will be giving us 1 by 3. So this will be 1 by 3d plus this will be 1 by 2c, and we can rearrange c first. So we'll write 1 by 2c plus 1 over 3d. Basically this one we have done by mistake. This will be 1 over 3d, like this one. So this will be 1 over 3d. This will be our final answer to this part. Now this is question number 3, and the question number 3 says the speed v kilometer per hour of each of 200 cars passing a building is measured. The table shows the results. This is the result. Calculate an estimate of the mean. So we will be checking basically the midpoints for this one. So midpoint for these two will be 10, and for this one will be 30. Then this will be 40 plus 45. 40 plus 45 divided by 2 will be basically 42.5. So 42.5, and this will be 47.5. Similarly, this will be 55, and this will be 70. So we found the midpoints, and we know the formula, which is sigma fx over sigma f. This will be the formula. So the total number is 200. So denominator will be 200. First we'll write this into this. So this will be 10 multiply by 16 plus 30. This will be 30. So 30 multiply by 34 plus 42.5 multiply by 62 plus 47.5 and multiply by 58 plus this one will be 55 multiply by 26, and the last will be 70 multiply by 4, and this whole will be divided by 200. And if we write first this one to simplify our calculation, 10 into 16 will be equal to 160 plus this one 30 into 34 will be equal to 1020 plus this will be 42.5 into 62 will be equal to 2635 plus this will be 47.5 into 58. So this will be equal to 2755, and plus this one will be 55 into 26. This will be equal to 1430, and next will be plus 70 multiplied by 4 will be equal to 280. Basically we can directly type this on calculator and divide it by 200, but that will be a lengthier and more chances of mistake. So I have done this one. If you want, you can directly type this in calculator and find answer. Now this will be 160 plus 1020 plus 2635 plus 2755 plus 1430 plus 280. Hopefully I have typed everything correct. So 200, and answer will be 41.4. 41.4 will be the answer. Then B part, use the frequency table to complete the cumulative frequency table, and for V is less than 20, this is 16. So we'll have to complete this table. This one is 16. So cumulative frequency diagram, basically we will be adding this 16 plus 34 will be 16 plus 34 will be 50, which is over here. Then 50 plus 62. So 50 plus 62 will be equal to 112. So we write here 112. And then 112 plus 58 will be resulting to 170. So our answer over here will be 170. Then 170 plus 26 will be equal to 196, which is already there. and 196 plus 4 will be 200, which is written over here. So we are done with these numbers. Now we have to plot the on the grid, draw a cumulative frequency diagram we have to plot. So for 16 velocity is 20, cumulative, basically for velocity 20, cumulative frequency is 16. So speed is on this side, so 20, for 20 it is 16, so 16 will be 1 2 3 4 will be each one 1 2 3 4 5, so each one is equal to 4, so this will be up to this level. So we can put a cross over here, and then we can put over here. Then next will be basically 40 and 50. So for 40 this will be 50 will be middle of this one, and we can put cross over here. Then this will be for 45 it will be 112, so 45, and for 45 this will be 112, 100 will be up to this one, and 112 will be 112 will be up to this one. So we can put cross over here. So each one is equal to basically 2, so 1 2 3, so 100 and basically 10 and 12, so closer to this one. Then comes to for 50 this will be 170, so 170 will be in the middle of these two, will be over here. And then comes to for 60 it will be 196, so 196 will be closer to this over here. And for 80 this will be 200, so 80 200 will be over here. And now we have to draw this cumulative frequency diagram. Now we can draw the smooth curve. Basically we can draw smoother curve like this one passing through these points. We can basically draw like this one, and from here also we can draw a smoother curve like this. So this will be our cumulative frequency diagram, which we can show like this one. So this is what we have plotted for this. Hopefully you understood this. Then use your diagram to find an estimate of the upper quartile. So upper quartile will be 75th percentile. So upper quartile we have to find. So 75th percentile will be what? 75th percentile of 200 will be equal to, basically this will be 150, but I will show you how, like this one. So this will be 150. So for 150 we will check. So for 150 will be over here. So we can basically upper quartile will be for 150, which is in the middle of this one. So if we draw this like over here, so this will be the over here. We can draw the reference point from here. So we can check from here, this is 40 and this will be 48. So we can write here 48, and this number we can show over here 48 kilometer per hour. Then the number of cars with a speed greater than 35 kilometer per hour. So number of cars greater than speed 35 35 kilometers per hour. So 30 kilometer is this one, 40 is this one. So in the middle of this one will be this reference, and we can check from here. So this will be this reference. So above this one are 200 minus 40. So 200 minus 40 will be equal to 160. So 160 cars will be having more than 35 kilometer per hour speed. Two of the 200 cars are chosen at random. So find the probability that they both have a speed greater than 50 kilometers per hour. So two of the 200 cars are chosen at random. Find the probability that they are having more than 50 kilometer speed. So more than 50 kilometer speed are how many we can check for that. So these are basically for more than 50 kilometers. We will be checking this reference 50 kilometer speed. From here I'll move page a little. So this one 50 kilometer reference, and if we draw the line, this will be up to this point, and this will be up to this one will be 70, 170 basically. So these will be above this will be basically 30 cars. So we can take 30 out of 200. So this will be first car will be 30 out of 200, and the second car, because one car we have already taken, so next will be 29 cars remaining, and total remaining will be 199 cars, and we can multiply these two numbers, and this will be 30 over 200 and multiply by 29 over 199, and this will be resulting to 87 over 3980. This will be our proper answer, 3980. Now this D part, a new frequency table is made by combining intervals, speed, frequency. They have provided everything, range and the frequencies also. On the grid, draw histogram to show the information on the table. So we can calculate, like for example, frequency density. We can calculate FD. Frequency density will be equal to frequency divided by the column by the width, like class width. So this will be 40. So this will be equal to 5 by 4, and 5 by 4 means what? 5 divided by 4 will be equal to basically 1.25. So we can write this one 1.25 frequency density for this one. Now frequency density for this also we can calculate. So this will be 120 divided by 120 divided by class width, which is 10. So this will be 12. So 12 will be for the second column, and for third column it will be 30, this one, and divided by class width, which is also 30. So this will be equal to 1. So these are basically the three frequency densities. 1.15 for this one from 0 to 40. From 0 to 40 mean up to this one 1.25. So this is basically 5. So this will be 2.5. So half of this will be 2.5. 1.25 will be half of this. So this will be middle of this one. Up to 40 will be this width. Hopefully you are able to see. This will be the column, and I will highlight for you so that you can see this also. So this will be the column, and next is 40 to 50. So 40 to 50 will be this one, and this will be up to 12, and up to 12 mean this is 10. So 11 and 12. So 12 will be basically up to this one. So we can draw column from here and from here as well, and we'll close from the top also, and this one will be the second column. Then third column is 1 from 50 to 80, so 50 to 80 will be 1, so 1 will be just to this one up to this one. This will be the smaller, like this one. Hopefully you understood this. This is done. Question number 4. Question number 4 is saying the diagram shows two triangles. These are two triangles which are not to scale. Calculate QR. So QR, this side we have to basically, side length we have to calculate. So what we can do, we can take basically we have to find the angle and then side also. So basically we can apply cosine rule for this one. So QR will be equal to one side square, which is 150, this square 150 square, plus the other side square, which is 120 square, and minus 2 into 150 into 120 into cos of the angle, which is 25 degrees. And we can calculate this. Basically 150 squared plus 120 squared minus 2 into 150 into 120 and cos of 25, so cos of 25 degrees, and this will be equal to this one, and this is basically square. So we can take root of QR, basically root of this answer. This is equal to 4272.919. So this will be root of this one, 4272.919. Root will be equal to, if we take root of this value, under root of answer will be equal to 65.36. 65.36, which is approximately equal to 65.4, and 65.4 meters will be our final answer. Then next part B, they are saying calculate RS. So RS is where? RS is this side. So this side we have to calculate. Now we have basically this angle, this angle. So in this triangle we can find this angle. So this angle will be how much? This will be 180 minus 55 plus 45. We'll have to put bracket over here, and this will be equal to 80. So what we can do, we can write here this is equal to 80 degrees, and now we can apply sine rule. This over sine of this angle will be this over this, so we can use sine rule for this one. So this will be equal to 150 divided by sine of 80 degrees will be equal to 150 divided by sine of this will be equal to RS divided by sine of 55. So sine of 55 degrees. Now this implies RS will be equal to this into this 150 into sine of 55 degrees divided by sine of 80 degrees, and this will be equal to, we can find 150 sine of 55 degrees divided by sine of 80 degrees, and this is equal to 124.76 degrees, which is approximately equal to 125 degrees. So 125 degrees will be our, this will not be degrees, basically this is the measurement. So this will be in meters. So we'll have to, this is in meters, so this will be 125 meters. Now calculate the total area of two triangles. Basically area of these two triangles we'll have to find. So area will be what? Half into AB sine C. This side also, this side we have, which is 125, and this side also we have calculated, which is 65.4. Now we have we can find AB sine C. We have AB sine C, and we have this side, and sine of this one. So we can use area will be equal to 1 by 2 into AB, means this one 120 into 150 AB into sine of 25 degrees, and plus 1 by 2 into AB will be this into this, which is 150 into 125 into sine of 45 degrees, and we can write here sine of 45 degrees. Now we'll calculate this. This will be 0.5 into 120 into 150, and this will be sine of 25 degrees, and plus will be 0.5 into 150 into 125 and sine of 45 degrees. This will be equal to 10432.69043, and we can round this answer to 10400 meters square. This will be the rounded, or we can write here 10400. This is the rounded answer. Hopefully you understood this one as well. Now we can move to the next question, which is question number 5. This is basically bearing question. So diagram is provided, not to scale. The diagram shows a field ABCD. ABCD. The bearing of B from A is 140 degree. Bearing of B from A, this one is 140 degree, and C is due east. C is due east of B, and D is due north of C. D is due north of C. AB is equal to 400, BC is equal to 350, and CD is equal to 450 meters. Find the bearing of D from B. Find the bearing of D from B. So bearing of D from B, we can draw north over here, like this one will be your north, and bearing of D from B, so we'll be joining this D and B like this one, and this is the bearing, which is this is the angle basically which is required for this bearing. To find this bearing, what we can do, we can consider this triangle BDC. We have this side, we have this side, we can find this angle. So this one is 90 degree. So this angle, whatever we will find, this will be subtracted from 90 degree, and we will get this angle. So to find this angle, we can find this will be opposite. This will be opposite over adjacent, which is equal to tan theta. So tan theta we can write in triangle BCD. Tan theta will be equal to DC over BC, which is equal to 450 over 350, and theta will be equal to tan inverse of 450 over 350 degrees, and this will be equal to, we can calculate this basically, this will be inverse tan of 450 over 350, and this will be equal to 52.125. So this angle is 52.125. This will be 90 minus this, so we can write angle of this one. This is basically 52.125, and now this angle will be bearing of D from B will be equal to 90 minus 52.125. So this is the complete number. So this will be 90 minus answer will be equal to 37.874. So approximately this will be equal to 38. So 38 degrees, or 038, basically we can write 038 because bearing we are giving in 3 digits. So this is done. Now B part, calculate the distance from D to A. From D to A. So this distance is basically required. To calculate this distance, we will be checking the sides. So the easiest way to solve this question is basically we can extend this north and we can join it with this dotted line. Now we can consider basically this shaded triangle. We can consider in this triangle, we know this angle is basically this north and this straight line is 90 degree. So this angle will be 140 minus 90, so it means this is 50 degrees. Now in this shaded triangle we have hypotenuse which is 400, and we can find this B and this B, and this we can take it as P point. So BP we can find. So we will be writing, like for example, BP sine theta. Basically this will be sine 50 degrees will be equal to BP over 400. This one, BP over 400 REB. So this implies BP will be equal to 400 into sine of 50 degrees, and we can find this measurement. Basically this will be 400 into sine of 50 degrees, and this will be equal to 306.41777772. I'm writing all the calculated digits. So now this is basically BP we have found. Now this total length is 450. From 450 we can subtract and we will find up to this one. So this will be we can take this point as basically Q. So we can find Q point. We can say QD will be equal to 450 minus this one 306.41777772, and we can solve this one. 450 minus answer will be equal to 143.58. So this length DQ is basically, this length is 143.58. Now we in this triangle, in this upper triangle, this one we will be considering upper triangle. In this triangle we need to basically find this one, this upper side we have to calculate, DA we have to calculate. Now we can basically we have calculated this height, we need this length. Out of this one, this 350 length we have, but this length is required. Now we have this length, height, which we have calculated. Q, basically this one 143, we have this one. So basically BP also we can calculate, and BP is here. Basically we have already done this BP. So BP length we have. Now we can apply Pythagoras theorem, or even we can apply trigonometry to find AP. So we can write AP will be equal to, so AP will be equal to, I will apply this one over basically AP will be equal to, we can basically write the Pythagoras theorem directly, and that will be 400 square. Hypotenuse square will be equal to AP square and plus BP square, and this implies this will be what? 400 square will be equal to AP square plus this one 306.42 squared, this one, and I have rounded this to 402, and now we can write this one AP will be equal to root of this one 400 square minus this one 306.42 squared, and this will be AP distance. So we can take this one 400 squared minus 306.42 squared, and this will be equal to 257.112. So this one, we have this length AP, and PQ also we have, which is 350. So we can write AQ. So AQ will be equal to 257.112 plus 350, which is equal to this length plus 350 will be equal to 607.112. So this length is basically AQ. We found AQ, and we have this DQ also, so we can find AD. So AD will be equal to AQ square, this square will be equal to AQ square plus QD square. So this will be AQ is over here, so we can write 607.112 plus QD or DQ we have already found, which is 143.58, and this will be squared and this will be squared, so we can write it as root format. So AD will be equal to, this is the last step, 607.112 plus square plus 143.58 squared, and this one we can find basically root of 607.112 whole squared and plus 143.58, and this will be also whole square, and this will be equal to 623.859, approximately equal to 624. So 624 meters will be our answer. Hopefully you got this. Jono runs around the field from A to B, from A to B, then B to C, B to C, then from C to D, C to D is this one, and D to A, basically this parameter of this field they are requiring. He runs at the speed of this much, 3 meters per second. Calculate the, I'll move the page a little above. So calculate the total time Jono takes to run around the field. So total time. Give your answer in minutes and seconds, correct to the nearest second. So we have to provide the answer in minutes and second, correct to the nearest second. Now we have all the sides, we can add all the sides. Basically the total distance will be equal to, I will start from here, 400 is basically this side plus 350 and then plus this side, which is 450 plus AD we found over here 624, and that's all. 1 2 3 4 sides we have done. So this distance will be equal to what? We will add this distance, and this will be 400 plus 350 plus 450 plus 624, and this is equal to 81824. This is in meters. This is basically meters, and this is meters per second. So we can divide this one. They are requiring answer in minutes and seconds, so we will divide this by 3. So this will be equal to, divided by 3 will be equal to 608. So 608 will be seconds basically, and we have to divide this one. We'll have to convert basically into minutes. So this will be divided by 60 to get minutes, and this will be 10 minutes and 8 seconds. So 10 minutes and 8 seconds. 10 minutes and 8 seconds. Basically we have pressed this time button. After reaching here, we just press time button and we'll get this. Now question number 6 is functions question. F of x is equal to this one, g of x is provided, h of x is also provided. Find h of 4. So h is here, so h of 4 will be equal to 4 raised to a 4, which is equal to what? 4 raised to the power 4 will be equal to 256. So this will be 256 will be our answer for this part. Then the second part is f g of 1. So g of 1 first we will calculate, which is equal to 1 square plus 1, which is equal to 2. Now now we can find f of g of 1, which is equal to f of 2 we have to find. So this will be 3 into 2 plus 2, which is equal to 8. So answer will be 8. Then find g of f of x in the format of this one. So f of x is basically this one. So g of f of x will be equal to, in g of x we will replace x by 3x plus 2. So 3x plus 2 squared plus 1, and now we can open the square. So this will be 9x squared plus 4 plus 2 into 2 4 into 3 will be 12x, and plus 1. So this will be equal to 9x squared plus 12x plus 5, and this will be our final answer, 9x squared plus 12x plus 5. This is done. Now find x when f of x is equal to g of 7. So f of x is what? F of x is 3x plus 2, which is provided in the main question, and g of 7 is what? G of 7 will be 7 squared plus 1. So we can shift 3x is equal to 2, we can shift to the other side. This will be 49 plus 1 will be 50. So 50 minus 2 will be 48. So x will be equal to 48 by 3, and this will be equal to 16. So our answer will be 16 over here. Now find f inverse of x. So we know f of x, which we can write it as y. Y is equal to 3x plus 2. And now we can shift, basically we can make x as subject. So this will be what? This will be 3, we can shift 2. So y minus 2 is equal to 3x. So this will be divided by 3 this side and divided by 3 this side. So now we can make we can swap x and y. So x minus 2 over 3 will be equal to y, and this will be our final answer, x minus 2 over 3. This will be the inverse of this one. Now this f part, find g of x over f of x. G of x we have over here. So x square plus 1 is g of x over f of x, which is 3x plus 2, and plus x this one, and we have to write this in simple single fraction in simplified form. So what we can do, we can write as LCM. This one will be 1. So 3x plus 2 will be LCM, and we can write over 1. So this will be x square plus 1 as it is, and plus this into this will be x into 3x plus 2, and then we can just open the brackets. So this will be x squared plus 1 plus 3x squared plus 2x divided by 3x plus 1 plus 2. And now we can add the like terms. So this will be 4x squared plus 2x plus 1 over, we can write this one as 3x plus 2, and this is basically the simplest form, so we cannot further simplify. So 4x squared plus 2x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 2, this will be our final answer. Find x when h inverse of x is equal to 2. So h inverse of x is equal to 2. This is the information which they have provided. For this question, basically h of x, we have h of x is given in the main question. H of x is equal to 4 raised to the power x. Now we can convert this into log, and we can write log 4, log with base 4 of x, and this will be basically the inverse, which is 2. So we can write this as 2. And now we can calculate this with the calculator, and we will write here log with base e and log with base 4, and this will be alpha x is equal to 2, and we can solve this for x is equal to 1, and this will be giving us answer. We'll have to wait for the screen, and this is 16, so this is equal to 16 answer we can provide over here. Hopefully you understood this question as well. Now question number 17 is probability. Tanya plants some seeds. The probability that a seed will produce flowers is 0.8. So produce flower is 0.8. When a seed produces flowers, the probability that the flowers are red is 0.6. So red is 0.6 over here, and the probability that the flowers are yellow is 0.3. So 0.3 over here. And Tanya has a seed that produces flowers. Find the probability that the flowers are not red and not yellow. So not red and not yellow probability we can find. So we can subtract from 1. So 1 minus red is 0.6 and yellow is 0.3. We will add these two probabilities and subtract. This will be 0.9. So 1 minus 0.9 will be 0.1, and this will be 0.1 probability. Complete the tree diagram from this information. I have transferred this one. So this is 0.8. So this will be 0.2. And these two probabilities, these are 0.9. This will be 0.1. Basically we have already completed this one. So now find the probability that the seed chosen at random produces red flowers. So red flowers will be this into this. So this will be 0.8 multiplied by 0.6, and we can multiply by 0.6 into 0.8 will be equal to 0.48. So we can write here 0.48, which is 0.8 into 0.6 will be equal to 0.48. This will be our final answer. Now Tanya chooses a seed at random. Find the probability that this seed does not produce red flowers and does not produce yellow flowers. So does not produce red flowers and yellow flowers. So excluding these two, we can find the probability for that one. So for this one, we will be including basically this no flowers, and this one others also. So this root will be 0.8 into 0.1. So 0.8 into 0.1, this one, and we will be adding 0.2 with this one. So our answer to this one will be 0.2 plus 0.8 multiplied by 0.1, and this will be giving us answer as 0.2 in plus multiply by 0.8 into 0.1, and this will be resulting to 0.28. So our answer will be 0.28 over here. Now same question, basically C part. This is saying 2 of the seeds are chosen at random. Find the probability that one produces flowers and one does not produces flower. So producing flower will be basically 8 out of 10. So this will be 8 out of basically not 10. So how many seeds are there? We'll have to check for that one. So for this one, basically we'll be taking 2 seeds. First one can be like producing flower. So producing flower will be having 0.8, and the second option is like it is not producing, so it will be this option. And the another option can be first is producing 0. Not producing flower, and second one is producing flower. Basically we can switch these two and add them, and this will be the probability. And if we calculate this one, this will be 0.8 into 0.2, and plus will be 0.2 into 0.8, and this will be equal to 0.32, and we can write 0.32 as answer. Basically we are taking, like for example, head, tail, and then tail, head. So this is like we are switching them for the other option. First can be non-flowering and or first can be flowering. So that's why we are taking both options. Question number 8. This is similar drawings, similar triangles. Basically triangle ABC is mathematically similar to PQR. Area of the triangle is 16. ABC is 16. So area of this one is 16 centimeters square. Calculate the area of this one. So we can check the ratio. This will be 12 over 6. This will be ratio of length. So this will be K, and this will be equal to basically, this will be 12 over 8, basically not 6. 12 over 8, and 12 over 8 we can divide by 8, and this will be equal to 1.5. So our K factor will be 1.5. Now this is basically for length. For area we will be taking K square. So 1.5 squared will be equal to, this will be answer square will be equal to this one, which is 2.25. So 2.25, we will multiply this area 16 into 2.25, and this will be equal to, multiply by 16 is equal to 36. So area will be 36 centimeters square. The triangles are the cross sections of prisms which are also mathematically similar. So volume, so 320. Smaller prism is 320. Now we will be using, like for example, K cube we have to use, and K cube is equal to 1.5 cubed, and if we take 1.5 raised to power 3, our cube will be equal to 3.375. So 3.375. Now we can use this for volume. Volume of smaller is 320. So 320 multiplied by 3.375, and this will be equal to multiplied by 320 is equal to 1080. So 1080 will be basically length of the, basically they are saying calculate the length of the, we have calculated here the volume. So volume is basically not required. So I have not gone through completely the question. So this is also one point that you will have to go through the complete question and then solve. So normally mostly they are asking for volume, so I have just calculated the volume. I'll go through again. The triangles are the cross sections of the prism which are mathematically similar. The volume of the smaller prism is this much. Calculate the length of the larger prism. So yeah, okay, so larger prism will be having this volume, so we can calculate volume which we have just raised. So I will use that volume again, like this one. This is the volume which is 1080, and this volume basically we will calculate the this one length from here. And now we know the area of this bigger triangle is basically 36, which we have calculated over here. So now we will divide this by area, which is 36, will be equal to basically we can divide this 1080 divided by 36 will be equal to 30. So this will be 30 will be our answer, and this one is basically done. This is basically the volume, and volume will be divided by area, so you will get length, which is this one. Now B part, this a cylinder with radius 6 centimeters and height h. So cylinder with the radius 6 centimeter, height h centimeter, has the same volume as a sphere with radius this one. Find the value of h, the volume v of the sphere with radius r. So they have provided the formula for volume of the sphere. Now we can replace the value of volume. We can find first for this radius, which is sphere. So volume of the sphere will be equal to 4 by 3 into pi, and r cube will be 4.5 cubed, and this will be equal to, we can find this one, basically this will be 4 over 3 and multiply by pi this one and multiply by 4.5 cubed, and this will be equal to this much, which is 381.70. Now this is the volume, and this volume is same for this one, which is cylinder, and cylinder volume will be how much? Volume, we know the volume is there, so this volume 381.70 will be pi r square into h. This is for the cylinder. So pi r, we can calculate basically h. So h will be equal to 381.70 divided by pi into r square. R will be this much, 6 squared. And now we can use this complete screen for this one. So this will be divided by pi into 6 squared, and this will be equal to 3.375. So 3.375 will be our final answer for this one. Now the C part, they're saying a solid metal cube of side 20 centimeter is melted down and made into 40 solid spheres, each of radius r. Find the value of r. The volume v of the sphere with radius r is, this is basically the volume of the sphere formula is provided. So volume of the cuboid, basically we can check first. So this will be 20 into 20 into 20, or we can write 20 cubed. This will be basically volume of the cube, and this is melted, and this is equal to this one. So we can write 20 cube is equal to 4 by 3 pi and r cubed like this. So r cube is equal to 4 by 3 pi. Basically this will be equal to 20 cube over 4 by 3 pi, and now this implies we can write r will be equal to cube root of this one, 20 cube over 4 by 3 pi, and this will be equal to what? We can calculate this. This will be cube root, so cube root of fraction, so 20 raised to the power 3 over, this will be 4 over 3, and into this will be pi, and this will be equal to 12 point, basically this will be C part. Basically this one, they are saying that 40 solid spheres, so we'll have to divide this one by 40 also, so this will be 40 over here also, so this will be 40 into this one will be equal to basically this will be this side, sorry, this side will be 40 over here, so 40 into this one will be equal to 20 cube, so we will shift this to this side, so it will be divided by this, and if we calculate this, this will be cube root of fraction 20 cubed, this one over 40 multiply by 4 over 3 into this will be pi, and this will be equal to 3.627, so approximately equal to 3.63, so 3.63 will be our final answer. Now D part, a solid cylinder has radius x centimeters, so solid cylinder has radius x centimeter and height is this one 7x over 2. The surface area of the sphere with radius r centimeter is equal to the total surface area of the cylinder. Find the expression for r in terms of x. The surface area A of the sphere with radius r is A is equal to pi r square. So if we, for example, if we draw a small cylinder like this one, so this cylinder will be having basically two bases, which is pi r square this one and pi r square this one, and this height is basically this one, which is 7x by 2. Now we can check for the area of surface area of this total, which will be basically 2 pi r squared, which is top area and bottom area, this one, and this the other area will be curved surface area, and curved surface area will be 2 pi r multiply by 7x by 2. This will be basically the curved surface area, and then this will be equal to this one 4 pi and r square will take capital R because they are mentioning here capital R. So now we can replace small r by x, so this will be 2 pi x squared plus this will be 2 pi x multiply by 7x by 2, and this will be basically equal to 4 pi r squared. This 2 will be cancelled with this, and pi we can cancel throughout, and this will be 2x squared plus this will be 7x squared is equal to 4r squared. So this will be 7 plus 2 will be 9. So 9x squared over 4 will be equal to r squared. So this implies r will be equal to 3x over 2, and this will be our answer. We can write 3x over 2. This will be final answer for this. Question number 9. Question number 9 is this one. We have to write in square format. So this will be x plus 8 by 2 squared and minus 8 by 2 whole squared and minus 9. So we will be writing this one as x plus 4 squared minus this will be 4 squared will be 16. 16 minus 9, so this implies x plus 4 squared minus 25. So k will be equal to basically this one is our answer. Minus 25 we can write over here. Use your answer to part this one to solve this. So this is basically they are saying equal to 0, so x plus 4 squared minus 25 is equal to 0, so this implies x plus 4 squared will be equal to 25, so x will be equal to basically x plus 4 will be equal to plus minus 5 and x will be equal to minus 4 plus minus 5, and we can write for example x equal to minus 4 plus 5, which will be resulting to 1, and x is equal to minus 4 minus 5, which is resulting to minus 9. So 1 and minus 9 will be our answer. The solution of the equation, this one is this one and this one. Find the value of b and c. So value of b and c is required. So basically what we know formula, like for example quadratic formula, x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. This is basically the formula. So if we compare these values with this one, we can figure out that b is equal to basically 7, b is equal to 7, and b square minus 4ac is equal to 61. So we can write b square minus 4ac is equal to 61. This b value we can replace here. This will be 7 square minus 4ac is equal to 61, and a is basically 1, so 2a is equal to 1, so this implies basically a is equal to 1. So a value also we can replace. This will be 49 minus 4 into 1, c is equal to 61. So c we can shift to other side, so 4c is equal to 49 and minus 61. So 49 minus 61 will be equal to minus 12. So 4c is equal to minus 12. I'll have to move the page, so this will be over here, and c is equal to minus 3. Now we can write c is equal to minus 3 and b is equal to 7. This will be our answer. Now this is C part of this question number 9, which is saying this is basically coordinate axis they have provided. On the diagram, sketch the graph of y is equal to x minus 1 square, and we have to sketch this graph and this graph on the same diagram. So to sketch this graph y is equal to x minus 1 square, we can put x is equal to 0 and y will be equal to 1. So we can take this one as y is equal to 1 for example, and 2 here, 3 here, like that. So 3 and 4. So it's basically when x is equal to 0, y will be equal to 1. So it means this is one point of this is basically y-intercept of the curve, and when y is equal to 0, x will be equal to basically 1. So x will be 1 over here, so we can take 1 over here. So this is one of the point of intercept, so it's passing this one. So if we replace, for example, x is equal to minus 1, so this will be minus 1 will be minus 2, so square will be 4. So for x is equal to minus 1, y will be 4. So we can mark over here like this. So we can have this one, and we know that this is a symmetric graph. So symmetric graph means this will be 2, so 1 unit on this side, so it will be having this, and then for my next will be like, it will be moving like this one. So we can check for x is equal to basically 4. If we replace here 4, it will be 3, and 3 square will be 9, so it will be moving up like this. So basically we have to draw a curve like this. So to draw a smoother curve, we can rotate the page according to our convenience. So we can just draw the curve like this one, like for example from here we'll have to draw a symmetric curve, and I'm trying to draw as smoother curve as possible. Basically this is sketching curve, it's not accurately required. They will be checking, the examiner will be checking the points of intersection only which we are providing, like for example this point, and this point. They will be checking these points. That's all. It's a rough sketching, it's not the neat graph. And sketch the graph of this one. This is basically y is equal to mx plus c format, and it's passing through 1. So passing through 1 means it's passing through this line, this point. Y-intercept is this one, and gradient is 1 by 2. So 1 unit on this side and 2 units on this side. So it's passing through this, and we can draw a straight line by the help of the scale. And we can draw this one. Basically it should pass through this one. This is also rough sketch basically, so you can even extend this one like this. So this is the other graph. This is B part basically, and you can write y is equal to 1 by 2x plus 1, and this will be y is equal to x minus 1 squared. So we are done with these two. The graph of this one and this one intersect at A and B. So they are intercepting at this point and at this point. So these 2 points of interception we have to provide. So for points of interception, basically we are equating the equation. So x minus 1 squared is equal to 1 by 2x plus 1, and we are equating these two equations. And now we can basically open this square. This will be x square and plus 1 minus 2x, and this will be equal to 1 by 2x plus 1. And now we can just get rid of this x, or this 2 we can multiply this whole equation by 2. So this will be 2x square plus 2 minus 4x is equal to x plus 2. And now we can shift this also to this side, and this will be 2x squared and minus 4x minus x, this one, and plus 2 and minus 2 is equal to 0. These two will be cancelled, so this will be 2x squared minus 5x is equal to 0. So x we can take common, so inside will be 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 0, and the other thing will be 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 5 by 2. So we can check for this. So these two x values we can replace in any of these two equations. I'm replacing in this straight line, and we can replace x is equal to 0, so y will be equal to 1. This implies y will be equal to 1, and this, for this one we can replace here. So this implies y is equal to 1 by 2 into 5 by 2 plus 1, and this will be equal to 9 by 4. If we calculate this, this will be 9 by 4. So our points will be 0, 1, 0, 1, and this point will be 5 by 2 and 9 by 4. These 2 points will be points of interception basically. These 2 points will be points of interception. Now they are asking for basically the length. So we found the 2 points Points of intersection we have calculated. Now we need the length. For length we will have to check for the difference between x values. So length we can write here, basically length will be difference of x values. So 5 by 2 minus 0, so minus 0 squared plus 9 by 4 minus 1 square, and this will be under root, this will be length AB, and we can find this with the help of calculator. Basically this will be root of 5 over 2, and this will be minus 0, and this will be whole squared plus 9 over 9 by 4 minus 1, and 9 by 4 minus 1, and this one will be also squared, and this value will be 2.79. So we can write 2.79, which is approximately equal to 2.8. So we can write here 2.8 as our answer. This will be the length which we have found. Now this is the question number 10, last question of this paper. Y is equal to x raised to 4 minus 4x cube. Find the value of y when x is equal to minus 1. We'll have to just replace the value for that one. We will just replace minus 1 raised to 4 minus 4 into minus 1 raised to 3. This will be the y value, and we can use calculator for this calculation. Minus 1 whole raised to the 4 and minus 4 into minus 1 raised to the power 3, and this will be resulting to 5. So this is equal to 5. 5 will be here. Find the two stationary points on the graph of this one. So stationary points, for stationary points we know derivative dy by dx will be equal to 0. So derivative will be 4x cube minus this will be 12 x square is equal to 0. We will be putting this one equal to 0, and this will be basically, we can take common 4x square, we can take common, inside will be x minus 3 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 3. Now if x is equal to 0, if we replace in this one, so y will also, this implies y is equal to 0. And if x is equal to 3, we will replace in this, so y will be equal to, this implies y is equal to 3 raised to 4 minus 4 into x raised to the power 3, not x raised to the power 3, basically 3 raised to the power 3, and we can solve this. This will be 3 raised to the power 4 and minus 4 inside the bracket will be 3 raised to the power 3, and bracket will be closed, and this will be minus 27. So our point will be 0 0 0 0 and 3 and minus 27. These will be the stationary points. Then for B part, y is equal to x raised to p plus 2x raised to q, and dy by dx is equal to this one, where dy by dx is the derived function. Find the value of p and the value of q. We have to find the value of p and q. So this is simple. Basically we'll be taking the derivative of this, and we can write dy over dx will be equal to p into x raised to p minus 1 and plus this will be 2q and x raised to q minus 1, and this, after this one we can compare it with this, and they are saying this is equal to, so p will be equal to 11, so we can write p is equal to 11, and q will be basically equal to 2q is equal to 10, So 2q is equal to 10 means q will be equal to 5. So q will be equal to 5. We are done with this paper 42 May June 2020. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and you must have liked the video also. So don't forget to subscribe Maths TV. Also press bell icon for future videos, and recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.